That's what they call fish scale picker. Look at that gold, guys. Oh my gosh. The water has finally gone down far enough that I can get in my wetsuit and see if any more flood gold came down. Now, I'm not expecting a lot, but I'll take what I can get. Hopefully I can get at least a quarter gram, maybe a picker or two. You never know, but one thing's for certain. I believe I'm the first one here this year in a wetsuit. I just want to get in the water and find some gold. Let's do it. A little deep right there. My main goal right now is to not slip in and get my wallet, my phones, my keys wet. That's why I have this little shovel out here to stick out in front of me and make sure that's done good and planted before I take another step. It's like having a third leg. The water's a little high, but that might work to my advantage. This spot's pretty cleaned out, but just never know what kind of flood gold comes back, so I've done good all the way through here. Boy, I'll tell you something else. It don't take long to get hot in a wetsuit if you're not in the water. I am so ready to get in there. Now the water temperature has raised, I think, a good 10 degrees. I think it's gone up from about 50 to about 60 since last time I've been here, but I'll check again when I get home. Yeah, let's get in the water and find some gold already. I'm excited. All right, I did it, man. I got myself on a decent flake over here. I was a little disappointed because my first attempt I didn't find anything, but my second attempt right next to it, there's a little bit. Maybe that's all I get today, but man, I'm just stoked. It's nice to find the bigger flakes, you know, and just being underwater, floating around. Let's have a look at it. That's piece number 2. Not a bad start, really. I'm hoping there's more gold here, and I can pretty much guarantee this stuff came down this year because I have thoroughly checked this area. Who really knows, but man, there's always some leftover gold here. Of course, I wish it was like the old days where I could get a gram or 2 grams or more, but it's just nice to be out here and find a little bit of gold, and I just love sniping, man. Who knows? We had some pretty big floods. There could be more gold here than I realize. Woo, just did it again. That's piece number 3. But I gotta start working so I can get some gold, although I'd love to record everything. Man, I am stoked. I am finding piece after piece after piece. This is all new flood gold. I guarantee you 1,000%, because I've been through this little spot a million times. And we had some big floods roll down through here, and that's why I picked this exact corner. Well, I have a lot of years of experience in this spot in particular. And this is definitely like a drop-off zone, dead zone, low pressure area. I'll give you a better look at it. As you can see, the river's pretty wide right here, and then starts to narrow right here. which probably helps because right here, look at that. That is a drop-off zone. That's the first big low pressure area. I've done good all through here, but I figured in this situation with high water, now mind you, here in about a week or two, I may not even be able to snipe right here. Normally you can't because the water is way too low. And I am having a blast, man. This is going just awesome, and I almost didn't even come up here. Only bad thing about this spot is you lose your sun so early because of these trees here. You only have till about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and this will all be shaded in and you'll be freezing if you're working in the water.
My vibe, 'cause we good over here.
It just occurred to me somebody's been sluicing here. You can tell by the rocks the way they got them set up, and they had their sluice right there. And a lot of tailings. Break time, and I've been doing pretty good. I got several nice flakes right out of this little spot. It does take a fair amount of time though. I was working a little bit of caliche, like false bedrock mixed with clay, and then had to move a fair amount of, I don't know, baseball-sized rocks. So it's pretty easy digging, so to speak. Well, fanning, you know what I mean? Not much digging. I did bring that little shovel, which is nice. God, I'm gonna shut up. I want to eat red chili burrito from the deli. Let's go. I earned that one. Well, I hope everybody's doing good out there. I'm doing all right. I'm kind of job hunting, and my life's kind of at a transitional point, so to speak, career-wise. When I first got into sniping, I was so excited because in my mind I thought, wow, now I have the whole river. I can just go underwater and find gold anywhere. I mean, I knew it wouldn't quite be that easy, but I figured I'd have tons of opportunities. No. Matter of fact, it's way more limited, at least in my experience. So if you got it in your mind that just because you get a wetsuit you're gonna have better chances, it ain't true. Once you find a spot with gold, yes, you will have better chances and you'll find bigger gold, but the problem is you got to find the right bedrock. First off, it can't just be any bedrock. You got to find a spot where the gold's actually dropping out. And then the current's got to be right. The level of the water's got to be right. At least for me, unless you're set up with an air system like a hookah, 2-3 feet's perfect for me. Any more shallow? Nope. Any more deep? Not really. So then you might find gold, but there's the current, there's not enough flow, so you can't get the debris and the silt and the dust, out of the way. It's just sitting there in a big dust cloud underwater, silt cloud. You can't see anything, so there's a lot of different factors to consider. But once you get it dialed in, like I am right here in this little corner, man, it's sweet. I wasn't able to record every little flake that I got. Just takes a lot of time. I don't have much time left before the sun is gone over them trees, so I'm gonna try one more spot, I think, right out in front, and we'll wrap it up. Man, I found a nice picker right here, and there's a really nice flood deposit of clay type material right here, and the gold is just peeling off of it. Oh, buddy, I'll tell you, that was pretty incredible. I was finding flake after flake, a couple nice pickers, one real picker and some baby pickers, but I just worked all that right there. There was a real nice flood patch, like a clay type deposit from the recent floods that had just stopped right there, and the gold was locked up right there. Incredible. I was still finding gold, but I have to get going, so that's where I started. And man, I was doing good there, but once I moved over here, that's when it picked up. I feel like I got at least a 1/4 gram. I hope. I don't know, these flakes seem bigger, but let's have a look at it. Well, one thing's for sure is I haven't been on gold like this in a long time. It's been a while, man. Oh yeah. Look at all them flakes just showing up there. Oh, I'm liking this. A little bit better than that beach gold. Beach gold's fun though. Alright, we'll have a look here at the river. And then I'll also get it dried up and weighed up back at the house. But let's have a little sneak peek here. That's what they call fish scale picker. Look at that gold, guys. Oh my gosh. That's some nice gold right there too. Wow. Yeah, that's the best I've done in a while. I'm hoping that's a 1/4 gram. I don't know, man. That picker there might push it over a 1/4. Woo! I was having a lot of trouble with my snuffer bottle. I gotta make a new one or something. It was working great last year, but now it just sat so long. I don't know, it's not working fantastic. That really didn't help. But for now, I'm getting out of this wetsuit, get everything packed up, and get home. We'll weigh this up. Awesome, I am back. I got the gold right here. I just need to dry it up so we can weigh it. This is awesome. Aha! There was a rock jammed up in the straw. No wonder I had so much trouble with this damn thing. I love using these heat guns. Shout out to All Things Country. Got the idea from him. Saved me a lot of time. 0.05. Not too shabby. There we have it. 0.29. Almost 1/3 of a gram. I used to scoff at this little of gold, but now it's a real treat. So at today's prices, that's $30 in gold. That pays for my fuel, lunch, and dinner. Can't beat that. That was awesome. Exactly the way I wanted to start out sniping. It just goes to show you every year, those flood deposits will build up that gold again in certain select locations, because that little stretch there, I have cleaned out I don't know, 6, 7, 8 times. I want to thank you all for joining me today and going out, going underwater and finding that gold. That wetsuit is the best $200 I ever spent. And of course, I want to give a huge shout out to my channel members. You guys are rocking it, and I got another drawing coming up because nobody's claiming their prizes lately, so we're gonna spin that wheel again. You know we are. And if you want to be part of these drawings too, memberships start at 99 cents, and you can be in the drawings for pay dirt and other prizes. I want to thank you all so much for watching, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.